Greetings once again. This is Quasi Persona, and I'm here with some information for people who come to my YouTube page and want some information. Okay, visualize that your body is rising up into the air, above the clouds, and into space. Now visualize that you are in the astral plane. It is a dark realm, but it is not empty. Visualize that your body is made of pure light, and there are stars all about you. Experience the vast experience of your surroundings and feel at ease in this realm. Now take flight by simply willing yourself and moving up and away. Travel to the further reaches of this plane. Visit the stars and the planets. There are worlds, galaxies, and universes expanded to infinity. Behold the beauty and majesty of the divine. Now relax and allow the feeling of joy, immortality, infinity, and eternity to permeate every part of your body. Now see in the distance a dark realm. It is the darkest place you have ever seen. No light emanates from or reaches this place. Nothing grows there. Come closer to this place and look into it. There is nothing to be seen, but you feel a strange affinity to this place. It is beckoning to you, calling your soul to enter. You cannot explain it. Somehow it feels warm, loving, and complete. You attempt to go in, but something prevents you. Even as a glass door permits you to look within but not enter. You are fearful because you know you are losing touch with the world that you have become to know. What prevents you from entering is the ego. The ego in you is what is causing the fear of letting go and losing yourself in the divine. The deepest, darkest realm in the abode of the Supreme Self, and none other can exist there. So, if you wish to enter into the presence of the divine, you will need to discard all notions of separation and all notions of individuality. You will have to know that you are God, and to let your ego go would mean the losing of the ego, but the feeling of the true you, who is God. Peace is a feeling of freedom and expansion. There are no worries when there is true peace. Also, true peace is not depending on something that you need to do or acquire in order to have it. Usually people equate peace and happiness with things and must be done or acquired. Money, house, fame, vacation, movies, in order to achieve these feelings. But if you examine this mentality with the light of yoga wisdom, you will discover that the way of thinking is based on ignorance. Supreme peace is much like the peace that is experienced in dreamless sleep state. It's dreamless sleep where there are no thoughts, just infinite awareness. However, because this form of experience occurs when you are truly asleep, your mind is veiled by ignorance, and therefore there is no transcendental awareness such as described above. The experience of supreme peace transcends the most pleasurable dreams and events of your waking state. Advanced yogis can reach this level of consciousness through the practice of yoga. When they are able to abide in this state of awareness perpetually and spontaneously without any effort, then they are considered to be fully enlightened. The state of supreme peace and transcendence of body consciousness and desire is called bliss, and thus God is known as bliss absolute, the infinite awareness, beyond thoughts and beyond duality. There is no separation between you, me, the distant star, the blade of grass. Is absolute oneness and identity with the supreme within peace. Remain seating or lying in a comfortable position. Reflect on the meaning of supreme peace and say, I am God, God is me. I am everything in existence, everything in existence is me. If the mind strays, gently bring it back to the central idea. When it strays, remind it that any ideas it may have, any notions that are contrary or illusions, because you are now all, and you know that you are all, and all the objects of the world, including your body and really manifestations of God. You are part of them and they are you. Therefore, there is no need to crave or desire them. They all belong to you because everything is in God and you're God. You are them and all that is because you are deep inner self. Your true self is one with God. Assert within yourself, I am not this mind and body with their negative thoughts and desires. I am the self who is like a bird that is free to roam the vast expanse of the sky. I am not this perishable body that is the conglomeration of earth elements which will return back to the earth. I am the spirit which is able subtle and free to association from all associations of the body. I am free from all associations of the body, but they, whether they be my family, country, beliefs, religious beliefs, these associations of the body may have a practical value in the world of time and space, but they do not in any way affect or hamper the real me, who is God. Thus assert, I have nowhere to go, nowhere to seek, nowhere to search for the greatest treasure of all existence, because it is within me already, and it always was. Within my heart lies the source of all happiness. I am the abode of the fulfillment. All I need to do in order to discover this treasure is to open my heart by discarding the illusions and ignorance which cloud my mind. I look not to the world of time and space, but to the eternity and infinity within me. I look not to the vanity of my body, but to the peace of my innermost self. I am that I am. This world, the universe, my body, my loved ones, all human beings are manifestations of the divine consciousness. And this is the reflection of the innermost self, who is eternal and infinite. I am the innermost self. I am the sustainer of reality, as I sustain my dreams in the vastness of my mind. All that I see is a reflection of the innermost self. Therefore, both internally and externally, I have discovered the transcendental reality. I am all of this, and all of this is me. Hopefully these words will help some people understand it. When you feel a certain way, that's your ego. That's your personality. Because in actuality, if you think from the moment you were born, you was given a name. That name was put on a birth certificate. That name was put on a social security number. That name made you into a material existence, into this reality. Because if you take away your name, and you take away your social security number, and you take away all the mundane ideals and titles and thoughts and ideas that you have of who you are, you will come back with nothing. Nothingness, and nothingness, perfect nothingness. Perfect is perfect peace, and perfect peace is the divine who we are. So if we are nothing, after we take away all these titles and all these contracts, which are considered birth certificates and social security cards and licenses and things to identify ourselves, if you got rid of all these identifications, what would you have? You would have the true you. Nameless, like God. God doesn't have a name. We use the word God, Jehovah, Yahweh, all these different names to describe something that doesn't have a name. The sun, the moon, the earth, nature, all these different names. And all these different names do not exist. That's mankind. God. That is, God created man, but once again, man created God because he had to find a way to name him with something to match him with. There's nothing to match him with. He is everything and all. So there's no name for everything and all at one time. There's no name for us. That's what I'm trying to say. If you take away all of your titles, all of your beliefs, all of your understandings, and just let go and let supreme nothingness come on top of you, you will see who you are. Deep inside, you've always been there. You've always been God. God's always been, our supreme essence has always been waiting for us to come back to him after we experience this world. But our desires for this world and the mundane things in this world and the thoughts that we have the power to create and to make this, and we could do this, and we're living a free life and we're partying and dancing, it's not true. It's all an illusion. And when you look at people like Madonna, look at people who are rich and famous like Michael Jackson, who passed away, but these people, after they saw money wasn't everything they wanted, they started looking into Kabbalism and Zoroaster and Buddhism, and look at all these people, because they found out that money it's a delusion. It's delusion. It's disillusionment. That's what I meant, disillusionment, because you chase something for so long, and then when you get it, it's not what you wanted. So what it is, what we all want is supreme peace, and the only way to find supreme peace is within ourselves. So, maybe we can get into another conversation like this. Peace be with everyone. May everyone find supreme peace, because I'm on the road and path, and I'm leaving messages. Hopefully somebody catch on. All right. God bless.